Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to show you our process of how we inspect our cars. This is not getting a full PPI, pre-purchase, post-purchase inspection, but this is getting our diagnostic package, and we're going to just look it over. Again, every car gets this. It's called the 30-point inspection. And I figured this would be the perfect car to do this on. Check out this car. It's so crazy clean. Interlagos blue. Look at this interior. Oops, twice. Just absolutely stunning car. Not too many E46 M3s that are like this. So stick around with me and I'll show you our process. So we use a 30, it's about actually a 35 point, but we use an inspection sheet. That's not coming up randomly. We believe in consistency, and all of our technicians are all trained in the same way of how to do the inspection, so you don't get a wild different array of inspection results from different techs. We all get the same. There's no variance. So it builds customer confidence, you know, and continuity with you understanding how we do things and the results you're going to get from us. Now, I'm going to show you this, right? This is I walked out to the car and noticed this. One key doesn't work. The other key does work. So that in itself is a problem. You're going to see here, I'm going to go here. I already actually started that. I'm going to add the finding. One key does not operate. So the customer understands about what's going on. And again, this is going to be a whole checklist of things we go through. I'll show you the rest in a few. Alright, so now we need to take it for a test drive to make sure. So, as you can tell, we lay out the seat covers, floor covers, and this is for every car. This car in particular is an amazing example of it, but it does not matter if you have black carpet, white carpet, beige carpet, every single car gets this. Regardless of condition, it's just our standard of what we do. Now, apart from all that, we're going to go on a road test, or we have a road test section for our inspection. We're going to check the starting and auto quality, if anything is due for service, any warning lights on the dash, how the AC and HVAC system is doing, wiper washer, transmission shift quality, the alignment of the car, like any excessive road noise that might come up, like wheel bearings or chopped tires, something along those lines, how the braking performance is, any exterior lights that are not working or inoperable, and how the horn is. After that, we bring in the shop and check under hood. So I'll show you the quick process of us doing the road test. Shifting quality is amazing on this car, and actually these lights just came on, funny enough. Tire light and SRS. Actually, I think the SRS light was on already. These seats are aftermarket, I believe, so that might be setting that. I'll check faults. That's one of the things it's here for. So you wonder why the lights are on. So customer also complained about warning lights are coming on the dash, the brake lights, and something along those lines, kind of like that. So we get to the bottom of that. Next step, we go inside the shop. We go into the shop, put on the lift, and make sure, well, actually just do the rest of the inspection. All right, now this is the next step. We're going to do an under hood inspection, checking the brake fluid, power steering fluid, putting out all the fluids, air filters if they're easy to get to, dry belt, upper engine seals and gaskets, hoses, pretty much just going through it to make sure, give the customer the best understanding we can of what's under the hood without taking things apart. We also have these strips. This is how we check the condition of the brake fluid and the coolant. So I'll show these real quick. I'll dip these in and show you the results. I'll show you the process. These out. It's double-sided. Coolant and brake fluid. Coolant. Down here. This. Oopsies. Let's go a little bit. Clean that up now. Yeah. Perfect. And now we wait to see. All right, we're going to continue this while the other thing is we're waiting for the results of that test. I spilled a little bit of brake fluid here on top. Make sure it's fine here. Cool. Now, big shout out to them. Awesome flashlights. So let's see. Belt condition, awesome. Looks brand new, to be honest. AC and main drive. Any leaks from the top? Nothing. We're looking at valve cover leaks. We're looking at anything else that could potentially cause you a problem. Also, any coolant leaks. It's all original, but we don't even have browning on the actual black plastic pieces. Sometimes when they start failing, they get brown, and we know they're about to fail. Start talking to you about it. Make sure you don't have a potential failure or something along those lines. Everything's fine. Clutch fan has resistance. Lower looks good. Not even from the temp sensor. This car looks awesome. And then it has this intake, so it's really easy to take a look in there and see the filter, which looks fantastic. Barely worn. Awesome. All right, let's see the results. So I'll go back to this so I can show you. Brake fluid. So we're going to go on this side. On the brake fluid side, this shows the copper corrosion level. We match it to the best shade we can, which in this case is somewhere between 10 and 30, which is just fine. It's no need to replace the brake fluid. Now we go here. This is for coolant. We're checking the freeze, boil point of the glycol, well, pretty much the glycol percentage and the pH. So on this, the glycol percentage is on the high end here, somewhere I would say 60%, just fine. And the pH level, fantastic, somewhere around 8 or 9, perfect. Brake and coolant is spot on, no need to replace it. All right, we've done the under hood. Now, close this, and let's do under vehicle. Put the bus up on the rack and check underneath. Now, the vehicle is all the way up in the air. We're gonna go ahead and check the rest of the things. So, front suspension is one of them. Nice, very nice. So, there's some KWs on it. Making sure nothing's leaking. No boots are cracked. Brake components are in check. Same in here, same with steering. Same on this side. We do it for the front and rear of the car. Check the brakes and everything at the back. These are R-tab limiters in. Very nice. Whoever took care of this did all the tasteful mods on this. They took care of the car. All the proper sensors in place. Strut is fine. Obviously KWs in the back. This looks like it's brand new. That's awesome. Let's move this out of the way. Take a better look at it. Man, look at that thing. Rear subframe has been reinforced. Looks like they're using PowerFlex bushings. Looks fantastic. Awesome. This car was taken care of. And this is what we're doing. We're telling you that. We're making sure you know you have a good investment. Moving up from the rear, after we check suspension, checking driveline components, we check the diff look new. Front gebo, everything's fine. Transmission, everything's fine. It even has a factory harmonic, or the factory, can't think of the name right now, I'm blanking out. This weight for harmonics to lower MBH. It's not a common thing you see. Man, everything looks great underneath this car. Even the panels are completely dry. So we're not doing, the customer opted out for doing a heavy PPI in which we drop every panel underneath here to make sure there's nothing, there's no damage, there's nothing leaking, nothing out, no foul play. In this scenario, since we're not doing a full-on PPI, we're just doing our typical 30 point, we're doing a quick glance underneath the car. And everything, you can see a good chunk of it from up here. Usually if there's something wet underneath here, we'll immediately go to the customer and let them know, hey, we need additional time, drop the panels down. We're talking about, a very minuscule amount of time that we need, but just enough to cover our time dropping the panels to do a more in-depth inspection. But if we see something like this, where we don't see any signs of it, hey, this car is in fantastic condition. Now, the last and final thing that we do, we've got an awesome picture of the car, of how it is in entirety. At least on our quick 30-point inspection. Again, this is an inspection we do for every service that comes in. Oil change gets this service. This is how far we go for everybody. Now, we already did our inspection. The last thing we need to do is check the battery health, which we're doing a scanner once we bring the car back down, and after that, we'll continue on to one of the main reasons here, diagnose some lights on the dash. Let's do a quick battery test on this. battery's checking correct. Well, I guess not just check correct, but make sure we don't have any issues with the battery. Again, one of the many things we do on our 30-point inspection. All right, now we check the battery. Battery is fine. We're absolutely completely done with the inspection of that car. Now let's actually do diagnostic.